All right, we are rolling. I'll check the audio from just over here.
We're live?
Yep.
All right, we're live. It's the Spinnin Backfist MMA show for Tuesday, July 12th. I had to look at my date on my phone. I didn't even know what day of the show. I feel like it's all over the place this month.
I didn't know what day it was last week, so
Fact.
it's all good.
Summer. If you saw the title of this episode or the thumbnail, you know that Brian Ortega is going to be joining us in studio today. He's got a fight on Long Island, not in Long Island, on Long Island this weekend against Yair Rodriguez. Main event. Awesome ABC card. Is this an ABC card?
It is ABC 3.
Yeah, ABC 3. It's an 11 a.m. prelim start, 2 p.m. main card.
Yep. Grab a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
Maybe you were at the bars the night before. Maybe you were at the inn. You're at Castaway, somewhere in Long Beach. Go to
Maybe you
the
had a
fights.
nice dinner at Borelli's the night before.
Yep. Absolutely. Right there.
Yeah.
It's at UBS Arena.
UBS Arena, and we'll all be there. The three of us, me, Ev, Jack Mack, who is just fixing the audio, producing the show from behind the scenes, and Lee. He will also be there. So if you see us, come say hey, come say what's up. It's going to be a good time.
Good thing we went live because the audio was just like not connected to our mics. It was just connected to your MacBook mics. But now it's
brilliant.
fine. Now it's good.
Brilliant. That's
Now
why
we
we
sound-
went live early.
Now we sound great.
Ev had the idea to go live before Ortega came in so we could, make sure the audio was good.
Just
for
when T City comes through, I just didn't want to be in
Oh yeah, of course.
chaos.
show respect.
We got people in mid-interview running, Jack Max running back and forth, trying to make sure things are good. Bada bing, bada boom. We're here though. We're good.
It's a hell of a production we've got going on with the three of us and the TV that's not working. So
Yeah,
we got
we're
to
just
pull the
looking
chat
at
up.
the links.
If you see us look at our phones, we're probably pulling the chat up on our phones or just making sure it works or whatever. So before we get into the Ortega interview, because he's not here quite yet, what would you like to talk about first? We got a couple headlines.
I would say honestly, maybe just start with the main event from last week.
Yeah.
I was pretty surprised. I'll say this. I wasn't surprised that Fiziev won. I was surprised. If you had told me that Fiziev was going to win in the 5th round, I would have been very surprised.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
That he didn't gas,
Well, you know what it is? It made me think that it was more, I think what happens is, and I think it's fair on our part, just people that are watching fights in the guy like Fiziev where we haven't seen him go 5 rounds before. I think it is fair to question whether he can do that when we've seen RDA do it a million times against phenomenal competition, 155, 170. So I think there's always this thought with a guy like a Fiziev where you haven't seen him done it. You haven't seen him do it. So you're like, oh, like, I don't know if he's going to have that gas. He's never done it before. But I mean, clearly fresh in the 5th round.
And the shot that he hit him with the finish just came out of nowhere.
So clean, too. And especially after RDA dominated the 4th round.
Yep.
I will
with
say
the wrestling
though,
and grappling.
It did look like he was getting a little bit more tired, but I mean, if he was that tired, how would he have knocked him out?
I mean, it was a beautiful left hook.
Before
Beautiful.
he knocked him out, I thought he was getting tired.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, RDA had as much success with the grab, and then the 4th round, he really took
Did
over.
everybody
and I was
have
like,
them
oh, this
on
might be-
his scorecards up? Third.
I believe it was
third-
going into the 5th round.
39, 36.
Going into the 5th round. The numbers are too big for me. I always go like 1-1, like 1-0 kind of thing. So 2 of them had it 3-1. One judge had it 2-2.
All right, so Fiziev was on his way to.
He was,
winning his fight.
even if he lost the 5th round, he was going to win.
Which I thought he was.
I think I thought he won. I was on RDA, so I was a little bit like, oh, like maybe he stole it, but I think Fiziev was the clear winner there, and then obviously, and also the stoppage. At first, it seemed a little wrong, and then you saw the replay.
Yep, the alternate angle.
Agreed.
The thing he hit him with, the second punch was nasty.
His hammer.
His head smashed off the canvas.
Yeah.
And
that was one of those where the lights didn't go fully out, but he was like delirious, and he didn't challenge the stoppage whatsoever.
And then right after, I think it was Brandon Fitzgerald, friend of the show, he was saying like right away, RDA still looked like even 10, 15 seconds after Fiziev was celebrating, he was still like completely dazed. So really good stoppage by Michael Smith. I know some people at the time were like, oh, not a good stoppage. But I think everybody, once they saw the replay, were like, oh, okay, we get it.
Yeah. And then he called out Rafael Nadal.
Yep.
He said he wants to be the top paid Rafael.
He's called out Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
I believe he's called out Hezbollah.
I like the Vince Vaughn one a lot.
Vince Vaughn, Hezbollah, and Rafael Nadal. Then in the post fight, though, he did call out Gaethje.
Yeah,
which
he knows how to like create a social
awesome,
media moment.
For sure. That would be an awesome fight. Dude, Fiziev looks like a monster.
Yeah.
Even like when you just see him like on the scale, and then like when he gets in the cage, he looks massive for 155.
Yeah.
He's got to weigh
Ortega's take on that.
He's
fight.
got to weigh like 180.
Yeah.
At least he looks huge in there. Once he just so bulky for like you see like a guy like a Gaethje, and like Gaethje's like 5'10", like he's not short for 155 and he's got the very like normal body. Like Fiziev is just an like just chiseled.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the guys at 155 you see are that chiseled. They're like the Chandlers where they're like 5'6", they're a little on the shorter side. So
they're just a little.
They got a little more like muscle to give. Where he's like, I think Fiziev's got to be 5'10", I think 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah. And
just like his pecs are huge, like his arms are massive.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Jack just popped out to possibly grab Ortega, possibly not. I hear some commotion out there, so maybe
could be. I'm gonna say a decent chance.
I'm gonna say I think it's him. Again, fighting Yair Rodriguez at the UBS. He's not here?
He's not here yet.
Oh, we heard a commotion. We thought it was him.
No, I was asking the guy up front, our security guards, like you saw like kind of a tall guy, like he's not big, but he's slim, like fit guy. And he's like, no, I haven't seen him.
All right. I trust our security guys.
Yeah.
He would know. That security guard just retired off the force.
Oh, good for him. I thought you meant he retired from like Barstool. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, no.
Yeah, honestly, I thought they all were just like retired guys.
No, he was the only active outside of one other one that comes like here and there. But I guess like later in your career, you can do more side work. Side
for them.
Interesting. Another headline that we talked about a little off mic, Conor McGregor kind of officially responds to Jake Paul for the first time directly.
Yeah, I mean, he responded to a video that Jake Paul, he was on Helwani's show, and he basically said the fight's going to happen eventually. It'd be 75. His quote was like 75 to 100 million for each of us. Like no brainer kind of thing. He likes money. I like money. It's going to happen. And then McGregor basically clowned him and said, you're a flop. Your last fight did like 70K buys.
Yeah.
McGregor doesn't do less than $1 million.
Fact.
So, I mean, tough to argue with him there.
Yeah.
It was quite a kill shot for.
And you have the people saying, "Oh, but the Jake Paul numbers are better because of the social media." I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
But also, like UFC numbers are like the same way, in the same like.
Yeah, the only thing is like I think people overestimate how much like followers convert to actual buys or even like listens.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they'll be like, I was looking at like a podcast yesterday that gets like so many views on TikTok, and you go to their YouTube and they get like 5,000, 6,000 views, which is really good for a podcast. But also it's like if you extrapolate that to someone who's buying pay-per-views, like it doesn't mean everything. When it's somebody like McGregor and then it has the backing of the UFC, it's a little bit different. So it's not all like social value. Like you'll see those graphics, like social value of this. That's like a really hard thing to put 100% into fact. Like
and in
it's
the pay-per-view business too. Like the pay-per-view business is very
weird,
unique. Yeah. And not like other sports don't go into this really. So it's also like Jake Paul's audience are people our age, maybe a little younger even. They know how to pirate fights. They know how to stream fights. They also don't have jobs. Maybe some of the kids. Yeah. So they're like, oh, of course I'm going to do this. Shorter like attention span. Not to say we have a long one, but like we get excited for like undercards. It's like, oh, who's on the Jake Paul like undercard? Those kids are like the kids that are really big time impulsive fans, like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, etc. They're into like the big moments. You know, like, oh, I could just see this on social media after. Yeah. When it's like us, we're like, we want to see like McGregor's walkout. We want to see it all. Yeah.
And I feel like I have noticed too. I feel like there's been a little decline in the buzz around Jake Paul. I
think so.
That I feel like people, honestly, I almost feel like the people that hated him, that knockout on Woodley just made him like furious, and they're just like over it a little bit. Yeah. Like it almost like it took him to like he hasn't lost yet, and it's like for them to like he's almost lost the interest of them to lose, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like the people that want to see him lose, where I was like kind of on the other end where I was like I want to see it build until like eventually he fights someone really good and loses. Now this time around he might be fighting someone good, he might not be.
Name value wise, it's a tough opponent.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's where it's just like it felt like, all right, Nate Robinson, all right, Ben Askren, all right, Tyron Woodley. And then it was like, all right, maybe Tommy
Fury,
this
guy's the most credentialed boxer. He's 12-1.
And again, like,
and he's also
that's what we want him to do.
He's also a heavyweight. Like his last fight, he fought 225. He's a big guy. But now apparently this fight might be off too.
I heard, yeah.
Apparently he's trying to renegotiate now He asked for 30x.
Apparently,
is what Jake Paul
he's
claims.
saying that's not true. I saw his Twitter saying like Paul's claims are completely false. I'm fighting him, which is good to hear.
That is good. I actually reached out to our Game Time plug and tried to put my name down to get tickets to that.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ringside Ev.
Yeah, I would love to.
That would be good.
I would love to. It's just, I don't know. That fight, it's like, I think I don't know if I said this to you off air. I think it's tough. He was the sparring partner, so I think that opens the big can of worms of like he's throwing it or taking a dive for big money, especially a guy who's a boxer like him where he has not made a ton of money. Actually, kind of a crazy thing too. So he's the son of former heavyweight champion. I went to watch his last fight, just kind of like see what he's about. He's a real boxer. Listen, he's not like the heavyweight. He's not Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
But he's a legitimate boxer. He was 12-0 going into the last fight. He lost on he was losing the fight, but a controversial TKO stoppage, some could say. He actually fought, he's the son of a heavyweight champion. He fought Tommy Morrison's son.
Oh, a little
kind of
like
wild.
Second generation fight, or
like
maybe third. I don't know.
On both sides.
Far the lineage goes. That's nuts.
Pretty wild. I think his name is Mackenzie Morrison.
It makes sense to line up fights like that. That's like an intriguing, like, oh shit, it's the son of two greats.
Yeah, no, it was a good fight. Like, it was one of those where you watch and you're like, obviously these are two like professional boxers. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't Fury Wilder
clowning it. So you would say it wasn't worth clowning. I saw people being like, oh my god, watch this guy's last fight.
It's not like it. Like I said, if you're expecting to see Fury Wilder 3, it's not that.
Yeah.
It's not that high level, but he'll be the best boxer by far that he's fought.
And that's what we've been asking of him.
He's a legitimate boxer. I think he's a much better boxer than I would say anyone would probably sign up to fight when they're like 5-0.
Yeah.
So I would give him credit for that. And he's bigger. Yep. He's like 6'3". In his last fight, he weighed 225. I believe this fight is negotiated at 200. And you could tell his body type, he could get down to 200. He wasn't like a chiseled 225.
Yeah.
He kind of had like a bigger, maybe like a little thicker than like a Gaethje body style.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he was like decent size, like 6'3", 225. So I'm big boy.
Well, I mean, it's everything we've asked of Jake Paul. Fight someone that considers themselves a boxer. Fight someone that's a little more experienced. Fight someone that's your size. He went, all right, I'll fight someone bigger. That's all right. And you're checking all the boxes.
And the thing is, I think he checked all the boxes, and I don't think pay-per-view wise it's going to do very well, to be honest.
I don't think so either.
I just don't feel the buzz on it. I would like to be there just because I'm a boxing fan. I'm just curious how he's going to look.
Coming up. It's within this month.
Yeah, it's August 6th.
Yeah.
And also, Jake Paul's minus 195, which this now I don't really understand. The only thing that maybe this could be the case would be is if they know he's just like beat him up in sparring.
Maybe.
But the fact that he's minus 195 to him is like fascinating to me.
You think he should be?
I don't think
he should be like a pick him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's just shocking to me that he'd be that Jake Paul would be that big of a favorite over a guy like this.
Yeah,
because I think the Tommy Fury line was like a pick 'em.
Oh,
and I think this guy's much better than Tommy Fury.
Yeah,
I mean, I really think it's at the point that the reason that Tommy Fury is not doing it is, I think his dad is like Tyson, like basically sat him down and like, are you sure you can't you cannot lose? And I think it's a fight that they're looking at like. He does not have that much control that he can lose that fight.
His dad was kind of talking shit about him too. Did you see all that?
That he was overweight. He wasn't
training and all that. And then Tommy came out and said like, that's all bollocks. Whoever said that.
Do you see? He went on Jake Paul. He went on Andrew Schultz's podcast and they pulled up this clip from Tommy Fury on Love Island where him and this other dude had this like super like bro heart to heart moment. Jack's looking at me like he's seen the clip. Yeah. And they just kiss square on the mouth.
It's
what?
Yeah, it's.
They're like, I love you, brother. Like, and they just.
They wasted. Like, what's happening?
I don't think they were wasted. I think I know the UK. Like,
it's a different.
The culture's a little different.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. You're just like just kissing the homies.
It was just
weird.
That's
crazy.
Straight
like literally like come here, brother. Like grab each other's faces, like give a big old smooch,
big old mouth kiss,
like legit lip kiss.
Wow,
lips on lips. I was like, whoa.
I can't believe I haven't seen that clip. That I'm sure it has. I was going to say I haven't. I'm surprised it hasn't gone viral, but I'm sure it has gone viral.
I'm sure Jake was saving it for like the lead up to the fight when it was like official.
Yeah,
pretty wild.
It's a shocking clip. It's not even shock. It just like didn't.
It is kind of shocking.
I didn't expect it. I was watching, like I saw it on my Twitter. And I was like, oh, what's this? And then I was like, oh, interesting. I was just like, oh, cool. Like, I was just like, I wouldn't do that with my friends, but I guess like other friends do it. Like, maybe it's like
Bryce Hall was doing it for a little bit.
Yeah, like
he was just putting up these like compilation videos, just like walking around parties, just like kissing his bros.
Yeah, it's like maybe it's a younger dude. It's like, I don't know.
I don't get TikToks.
Dude, that's also this Volkanovski said this too. Also, coincidentally on Schultz's podcast. Big fan of his podcast. He went on there and said, like, they asked him because when he was in when he did rugby and stuff, he was like, I know you have some crazy rugby stories. Like, he was like, I know shit gets a little wild over there. and then they'd have like after the big tournaments and stuff, they would just get like blackout drunk for like
rugby
days.
Guys are
they go nuts.
insane.
They're like party animals. And he was saying one guy was like he was like this, like he literally said like straight, he was like the straightest dude on the team. Was like basically was like, someone pull up their dick, I'll lick it right now. That's how straight I am. Like, he basically saying, I'll lick their dick right now.
Like, I'm so comfortable with my sexuality.
So straight, like, I'll lick someone's dick and no one will question that I'm, like, not gay. And he said he legitimately licked someone's dick.
Oh, they actually did it.
No, a guy on his team did it. Volkanovski witnessed it with his own eyes.
Imagine
this went off the rails.
Imagine trying to prove you're so straight that you lick a dick.
It was wild. One of the wildest stories I ever heard. It was hysterical.
Rugby guys.
The way he set it up like so perfect. The way he told it.
I wonder if PFT's got any crazy rugby stories.
Like, you ever lick anyone's dick, PFT? just to show the homies how straight you are.
Yeah.
Rugby's one of those sports that doesn't matter where you are in the world. Like, the guys are like all the same.
Do rugby guys go crazier than hockey guys?
Yeah, I might say yes.
I would
probably say yes.
Hockey guys are just like,
unless hockey guys are just licking dicks. I don't know, but
I don't know.
Hockey guys are a little bit different.
They drink out of the cup.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The rugby guys are like, it doesn't matter what school you go to. Even like in America, where it's like probably lower tier rugby, and it's just like college kids playing rugby, and it's like it's legit, but it's nothing amazing. Like, they all are. No, they just get hammered 24/7, and then but they wake up for rugby on time no matter what.
Yep.
Riley was telling me that it was like, this is how
deal with the pain from the injuries.
I don't even know. Yeah. My Riley, who works upstairs, he played rugby at John Carroll University. He was telling me that he was going back for a rugby reunion. And also, this shows you how crazy rugby guys are. It's just like, oh no, reunion, we play full on rugby, like full contact. And he was like, the drink up, like the bar we were going to had to get like had something like later in the day, so they couldn't book it after it. So the rugby guys decided, no, we'll just do the drink up before we do rugby. And then so
they got hammered and went and played rugby,
which can't be safe.
Can't be safe, but also sounds like a game I want to watch.
Yeah, I mean, they're not driving, I guess.
Just a bunch of guys hammered playing sports. That'd be interesting.
That's like
baseball would be horrible because nobody would hit or catch the ball.
Have you ever seen the movie Beer League?
No. They
do that. It's like an Artie Lang movie. It's like a trash, but it's like the best.
Yeah.
And their pitcher, who they call Dirty, is this old guy. He dies, and they have his funeral before the championship game, and they all just go to the bar and get absolutely shit faced. And they're like, "Fuck! Well, now we have to go to the championship game." It's great.
Is Ortega still not here?
Yeah, I mean, I had somebody on the outside over here say, just text me when he's here.
10:15.
Okay,
just
cool.
got an update.
All right, cool. Guys, 10:15.
No, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I was afraid he was going to stand us up on this date.
If he did,
would have been tough for the graphic.
The graphic
just goes live. Ortega in studio.
Yeah. just idiots sitting here talking about Love Island.
It's the Yuri call out, or not even call out, just that.
Yeah, I didn't see this. Maybe I could pull it up and like play it into the mic. Is it on his Instagram?
It was on Twitter. I saw. He basically made a selfie video saying that he wants to fight Glover again. That he felt that his performance was not good in the first fight.
Was this it?
Yes. Also mixed with that, he felt Glover clearly deserves the fight.
And I decide for next fight. And I want to fight Glover the next fight. Not because it will be another big fight.
He's so dramatic. He takes so many pauses.
Just one reason. My performance was bad in the first fight. And I will show you why I'm the champion.
He's getting a good view of the mountains behind him.
Clearly, decisively. And I think Glover deserved it. So here's the offer.
Here's the offer.
I will show you.
What do you say?
He said, "I will show
He said,
you."
"Here's the offer," but it almost was like
Gave him the most dramatic.
He said,
pause.
"Here's the offer," but like that was the offer.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Yeah,
was almost like he said, "Here's the offer," like after the fact.
I was like, is he going to give another offer? It's like, oh, we fight Czech Republic
Yeah.
2
He
weeks.
was, "I will show you."
No, that was great. Still, maybe my favorite UFC quote of the year is when he was getting beat and he's on the ground. He goes, "Very nice,
Very
very
nice.
nice, but still nothing."
But still nothing.
Very funny.
He really is he is the samurai.
Yeah, he's a character. When he showed up in the green samurai outfit, the ponytail, all of it. His
Crazy that he cut
pre-fight
the little thing off
videos.
the top of his head.
Yeah,
The samurai outfit was very funny. After the fight, winning, he went up to like Wei Li Jing, and she was like, saw him, and was like confused with how he was wearing the samurai. She was like, "Oh yeah, good." And you know how she's so like, she's so like happy, like go lucky, and just like this. And but there was a clip, and I mean it was after she fought, but she didn't really like. She just dominated Joanna hers, and she saw him, and then it was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I want to see that fight. We all said it right after the first fight. We were like,
I think
that's
it
the
makes
perfect
sense.
division for it, really, to do an immediate rematch like that. Both of the guys probably, like Anthony Smith said, had an off night.
For sure. No, I would love to see it. I think it makes sense. I think it's the right move. 205. I think what you talk about with Dana, kind of 205's. Well, that was before the fight.
Yeah.
But 205's kind of in this weird spot where like Rakic got hurt. Like Jan Blachowicz is kind of the only one there. Ankalaev and Anthony Smith are fighting at the end of this month, which Dana said that would be kind of the person that was next in line. But then after that, after the Yuri Glover, the first fight, Yuri and Jan kind of had this exchange of like that Jan is now complaining about that. He's saying that Yuri, quote unquote, broke samurai code.
All right, listen.
Exact quote.
Listen.
So that he broke samurai code because he told him that he thought that Blachowicz was a tougher fight than Teixeira. So he was saying that, oh, like you're taking like not the easy way out, but you're taking what you consider the not as tough fight, not as difficult fight. Which
So,
I mean, from the last fight.
So Jan said Yuri broke samurai code.
Yes, because he told.
When was Jan?
That's
When did
so funny to me.
When did Jan become a
I
samurai?
don't know.
Yeah.
Yo, this is awesome.
He
This
just
is
told
samurai
him.
era.
I guess they had like had that little exchange after the fight, and they had this. Oh, we're gonna have like the biggest fight in Europe, and like this whole thing.
Czech
Like Poland versus Czech, and like
You're not a real samurai, bro. That's such a funny.
So I don't know.
insult.
I just
It
think
really is.
I just think the people would rather see, especially
Yeah.
Glover's like older, like, and he was so close to winning. He literally was a minute, what was it, 30 seconds, a minute away from getting
full mount.
a decision.
Yeah.
Getting a decision win. He almost knocked him out in the 5th round. He almost had to finish a couple times. So I mean, I think that fight. I mean, some people could. I think you can make a decent argument that it could be the fight of the year, like so far. At least
it is maybe.
At least in the conversation, I would say at a minimum.
100%.
So I don't know how like people wouldn't want to see that again. I think it definitely is the more intriguing fight.
And how it played out, like you just said it, is how a rematch should
Exactly.
happen.
Yeah.
And also, he was the champion, and
100%.
it's like I mean, classic WWE, like in their in their contract,
Immediate rematch.
immediate rematch clause. But no, but I think as it played out is literally how it should rematch should happen, because I mean that's the beauty of this sport. It's like anybody can win at any time, which is when you're down 49-7 in the 4th quarter. Not that that's what I guess that's what Yuri kind of was, because he was down on all scorecards. There was no way he was going to win.
Yeah, he couldn't win by decision.
You can't come back from 49-7 in the 4th quarter without like literally a miracle. He didn't have a miracle. Actually, kind of
close to a miracle.
He submitted a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Yeah.
And
he's a white belt, right?
He's a white belt,
legitimately
and
a white belt.
Was in mount.
Yeah.
Or on like under mount. With under like 2.5 minutes to go in the fight.
Yeah.
Like,
and it almost been knocked out like
a couple times.
Like earlier in that round was like borderline out on his feet.
Yeah.
Truly a miracle.
Crazy shit.
I
watched
mean,
the whole fight on my phone.
I'm pretty sure on the odds, him winning by submission was the least likely outcome.
Especially like
that's
round
a miracle.
5. Probably round 5, maybe a little bit higher up, because it's like, oh, maybe you got tired, but who even knows? Yeah. Were there anybody else this weekend that you were impressed by? Like Mega.
There's a couple impressive card.
I mean, who ruined our parlay, but Kakramanov?
Yeah, he was
yeah.
That's a really impressive win.
That
I
was
still
like
think Ronnie Lawrence is good. He just doesn't have takedown defense.
That was like also. Do you see Ronnie Lawrence said something? He had like what did he say? He he did one of those posts where he made excuse and then at the end of it said no excuses.
Nice.
He said he like wasn't a staph infection.
Oh no, I think he did.
Maybe it was a staph
I think
infection.
he did. He, like immediately after the fight, like 20 minutes after the fight, he posted on a story like, "Sorry guys, think I have a staph infection." People were like, "Why'd you fight with that?"
Yeah, well, that's like really dangerous to fight with.
Super dangerous to fight with. Like, I mean,
just have, like,
that could
no
kill
energy,
you if
too.
it does the wrong thing to you, right?
We just have no energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's very like transferable.
Who was it that fought with a staph infection? Was it Kevin Lee?
Yeah, I think there was like it was
Against,
like
like,
a
Tony
photo.
Ferguson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But Tony Ferguson probably didn't care. He's like, I don't care. Like I don't believe in
He
staph
probably
infections.
licked it.
He doesn't get staph infection.
He doesn't
He's
get them.
immune
Yeah.
to it.
He's immune. Yeah.
All right. It appears they are in the elevator heading to the lobby. So
All right.
I think we're about to have Brian Ortega join us in studio.
Is that? Oh, I think I. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think that was our show on your phone somehow.
Probably must be.
No, it's not. Yeah.
No. Yeah, just quick on Kakramanov. That was to me. That was a performance like 135ers. Like watch out.
Oh yeah.
Like he's a guy that's I think gonna have a number.
What were his odds coming into the fight too?
It wasn't crazy. Like he was plus like 100.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I thought he
was
was like plus 250.
So it got. I think it did get up to that. Wait, what did you say? 250?
Yeah.
Oh no. So I think it opened like pick'em-ish, like maybe Lawrence slight favorite. I think there was a point in the middle of the week, like endish of the week, that Lawrence might have got up to like 145, maybe 150. But then before the fight started, it swung way back.
Yeah.
And I think by the time the fight happened, it was like a minus 115 plus 100, like minus 120, like 105 kind of thing. So it was a close fight on the odds. Also, I felt kind of guilty about it too because I follow Terrence McKitty, and that's his like boy. So I literally on Twitter,
I like Terrence.
I love T-Rex, and literally all I'd seen on his Twitter for months was like, "This is the guy." Like, this is the guy. Like, I'm telling you, like this, he's a dude. And there were so many people that have been around him that were saying the same things about him, about Kakramanov, just being like, this guy, like no one's seen like his potential. Because the big thing on him, I think the reason a lot of like smart people that I thought going to do and study on it, a lot of smart people that I like pay attention to, they basically thought Kakramanov had like no ground game. And then that was like the total opposite.
Where did he find it?
He was just dominating.
Did he find it in between his last fight.
He was
fight?
dominating the wrestler like in wrestling, which was crazy. I mean, Lawrence had no takedown defense, so I mean, who knows if the staph infection really did have an impact like that or not? But
true, could have.
Crazy impressive performance. I think he's a guy. He looked like a guy that has like number next to his name potential for sure, and he's young as well. They both are young, but
I recall CM Punk telling a story of wrestling in the WWE with a staph infection, and it like getting to the point where it almost killed him.
Jesus.
Because they kept just telling him like, oh, like you got to work the next date. Like we'll give you a Z-Pack and like maybe it'll go away. And then he would work the next day and it got worse and it got worse and it got worse. And then the WWE, this is after he quit WWE, he told this story, kind of telling like Dr. Negligence stories. The WWE puts out a video, just zoom in shots of his ass where the staph infection was supposedly present. And for like 30 minutes, it was like just a zoom in on CM Punk's ass. And like it would give the date in the corner. It'd be like, he says he had a staph infection. Let's see. Zoom in on his ass. We don't see one. It was the most awkward video of all time.
You can tell a staph infection by someone's ass?
Well, he was saying it was like right above where his trunks were that he wore in the ring.
A little like a tramp stamp staph infection?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's wild.
Yeah, there's like 2 extra. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you know where it is?
All right. We're about to be joined by Brian Ortega.
All right, so there.
What's going on, man? We're live. Just a heads up.
There's one chair.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing, Evan?
Yeah, awesome.
I fuck with those shoes.
You guys want me to just take this mic?
Yeah. Do your thing.
You'll be right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, 15. It's that?
How are you, man?
Tired.
Tired? Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. You still training, or are you done training for?
I'm
this
still
fight?
training.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Hansel School yesterday.
Oh, right down the block.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But my fucking the hotel people, like my neighbors, fucking popping music on
Loud.
Oh no, you can't be doing that with Brian Ortega in the next room. You got to fight.
It's all good. This morning I took their fucking do not disturb sign away.
And just watch the camera for us is right behind you. Thank you. Appreciate it. We can get you a chair if you want one. All right. So how are you feeling? Do you like New York City? I mean, other than the hotel
New York.
issues?
No, I love New York, man.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful city.
When's the first time you came to New York?
I was about 20 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on a tour. We were it's called the Malwilla Foundation. So we would go from state to state and we'd visit kids at hospitals.
Ooh.
And then when we were in cities or states that had beaches, we would have like a beach day for kids who had cystic fibrosis.
Nice.
So when I was 20, I had the chance to go on that bus. It was a big like tour bus. And we went to basically every state. And then we made it all the way from Cali. Then we parked it in New Jersey or outside New York. And then we came in here and they gave us like a break. So I was here for like a week or 2 weeks.
That sounds crazy. Sounds like you were like really making a difference.
It was fun, man. It was it was something different in my life. Made me see a lot of things differently, actually.
What's like your lasting memory from that time?
Too many, man.
Yeah.
Like in New York was one of the best times I had. Like when I was like that age, like 20 years old, like New York. They had like I was with a bunch of surfers and they had like a big surf contest and I was hanging out with this guy named Bobby Martinez. He was like a crazy surfer, but at that time he came out and he was like, "Man, I just want to say fuck the WSL." Like he was like, "Fuck the surfing league, all you motherfucker." Like he was hood.
Is he like the Nate Diaz of surfers?
Yeah.
That's what he sounds like.
Yeah, he was Santa Barbara and he took a liking to me and he was like, "Hey, come over here, man. Come hang out with me." And just me and my homie, like Kala, one of the big wave riders too, Kala Alexander. We just had fun. Honestly, we would see kids and visit them and then on our off time, just adventure and have fun. And then I came here again later when I was probably 26, 27. And that was it. My third time back.
Were you training at that time when you were like traveling state to state? Were you like trying to find different gyms in every state?
No, because the reason why I did that was because I dislocated my shoulder.
Oh.
In one of my title fights, like when I was like not like a world title, right? But like a a local promotion. I won the title there, and we basically like you can't fight, and I was kind of down now, depressed a little bit, like fuck, I can't fight, I can't do this. Like yo, go do this, and that's kind of how that ended up happening. We ended up just kind of say, hey, go do some charity work. Stop being about you. Go be about other people. And that's kind of when I learned that.
That's cool. That's a good mindset.
So so this is gonna be your first time fighting in New York, then, right?
This is the first time fighting in New York.
You're excited? Yeah,
this is dope as fuck.
I'll say we're going. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Are you staying on Long Island or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We stayed here for 2 days, and then now we're going to Long Island after this.
Have you heard about Borelli's? That might have to be the post-fight meal.
We gotta link up after, and you gotta write a whole list.
Yeah.
Best Italian on Long Island.
No shit.
Yeah, a guy that we work with, his family owns his great spot.
Been there since what, the 70s?
I think even earlier. I think maybe even like 50s.
Oh
or
my
something.
God, yeah.
Really long time. Yeah, great
It's
Italian
the spot. Matt Serra is a big fan. A lot of UFC fighters actually. Meatball Molly last time she was in town. She went to Borelli's.
Shouldn't talk too much about food though. It's a little disrespectful right now.
Yeah, true. Yeah, sorry for talking about food while you're cutting weight. How's the weight cut going?
Weight cut's going good, man.
Yeah,
it's going good. Yeah.
Is it easy for you at this point in your career, or is it always tough?
It's always tough, but things do improve. Every single one, you learn more things about yourself. When it comes down to that weight, where you could have done better, or you should have done better. Little improvements, like did I need to do that, or did I not need to eat that? This whole career is a learning process, So every time the goal is to get better.
How much is that difference? Like obviously you get the like extra pound when it's not a title fight. How big of a deal is that for you?
It's a fuck.
Huge deal.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Everyone's like, you got to remember, like in near the last stages of your weight cut, every ounce counts.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking ounce. So if you do something and you're like, I lost 0.2, you're like, oh fuck. You're like, all right, 0.8 to go, motherfucker. You're like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Count down every single one, right?
I lost 2 more. Cool. Like, can I just go to sleep and float that one? Like, yeah, you can. So it's to get that pound allowance though, which means the weight cut stops a little bit earlier than before. You get to sleep in and just float that pound and just make that weight.
Do you ever account for the hair in the weight cut?
The what?
The hair?
I did one time.
Okay.
I've seen it just happened on this
Yeah.
Cesar Ultimate Fighter that's coming out. A girl had to cut her hair off to make weight.
I think I translated that.
You think so? Was that like a tough decision for you?
Nah, I was just in my feels, and I was like, it's
Fuck
like
it,
it's
cut it
gonna
off.
benefit everyone. Like some kids are gonna get my hair, and I'm gonna get to cut the weight. I was like, fuck, man, it's worth it.
We just spent some time with Anthony Pettis, and we were talking to him about like the fighting process because he's been through it so many times, obviously.
Yeah, he's a veteran.
And I asked him, like, does it feel normal at this point, like 38 fights into your career? And he said, no, it never feels normal for him. Does it feel normal for you, or do you feel the same way?
I've been getting used to it a little bit more, you know, like walking in, it's like, all right, city, this, that. I know what to expect. I know what to basically do, right? Like, all right, how to acclimate, get used to the time, get used to this, start eating, where to look for food. Like, I'm like a fucking scavenger, you know, but I'm like, it's in a smart way. And I kind of got it down. And to some certain degree, you always have these feelings of, at least for me, where it's like, all right, like right now, I'm sitting in New York with you guys on this desk. It's a trip, you know, but you just gotta, it's part of like the journey that I'm going through.
Do you like the process, like the fight week process?
I do wish I could do media 1 week before the fight, maybe.
Makes sense.
Fair, yeah.
Right?
We hear that a lot.
But other than that, it's amazing. Even right now, you know, like I said, I'm not training, so why not, you know, promote the fight and talk and get people to know who I am more.
Yeah.
Who haven't met me, who haven't seen me. So it kills time, and it's dope, man. You know, it's beneficial for the label and for everything that we stand for and for the fight.
Has life changed a lot for you since you became like a headliner? You're at the top of these cards, you're on the poster, your name's all over, like, or is it just the same kind of, you're going about life as it is?
Yes and no. Like for me, I'm very like, I'm the same, right? Like I don't care about this, I don't care, like I'm always me. Goofy as fuck. I do some dumb shit all the time. Even my manager Tiki gets mad at me sometimes.
He's shaking his head,
Yeah,
yes.
it does seem like the guy who's like, nah, you can't be doing that.
He's like, bro, you know, you're like, you can't be doing that shit now, right? And you're like, yeah, but check this out. Check this video. I was like, but check this video out.
Like dumb surfing stuff we talking?
Huh?
Like dumb surfing stuff we talking?
I can't really say it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's not really. Yeah.
Just keep those in the group chat.
Yeah.
But dumb shit like that, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
fair
bro,
enough.
Really, you did that?
Do you still get out and surf often?
I recently, ESPN came, and we were filming, and we all went to the beach, and they're like, hey man, like go surf, and you know, for the camera. And I was like, fuck, dude, like I'm in training camp, man. Like, I don't want to surf, but I'll bring it anyways, just in case. And sure enough, man, I got in the water, and I was just like, fuck, this feels so good. Tiny, super tiny waves, but still, just to get out there, paddle, catch a little wave, 2 waves, and I came back, and I was like, that day was over, and you can ask my girl, my wife, and I was happy at the house. I was like, yo, dude, like I fucking got baptized. Like, I haven't felt this feeling in forever.
I've heard the high of the waves.
I was high, bro.
Yeah,
like, I was like that surfer high, and it's been a while because I've been, you know, basically training nonstop. Or I've been in Arizona helping her for her fights, and so I haven't got much water time. So to get water time again felt good. So like after this fight, like for sure, the next vacation has to be somewhere with like waves.
Not.
That's the Sea Talks.
Yeah.
They say that on the West Coast.
What?
So they call it like on.
Sea Talks.
I'm a big Jersey Shore. We
Yeah.
call it the Sea Talks. Just like a cleanse, like just going in that ocean.
Damn, that's dope, bro.
So like for us, usually it's like going down at the Jersey Shore, go out, have a good night out, and then next day you wake up, even though it's cold, you dive right in the ocean. It's like the cleanse.
Yeah.
Like it cures the hangover, it cures like
it
everything.
does everything, man. I'm telling you, like what the ocean does for someone, insane, like insane. And especially if you surf or you do something in there, like it's so. I don't know. I don't want to sound like a hippie, but it's dope.
No, it's the best.
No,
It's
I
the
mean,
best.
you don't sound like a hippie. You sound cool. Surfing's a very
Yeah.
cool guy thing to do, I feel like.
Very Cali vibe.
Yeah, I want to see like you teach Dana how to surf because he's so into it, but I don't
I'm
think he
down,
actually
dude.
gets
See if
on
you set
the
it up.
waves.
Do like on a looking for a fight or something.
Yeah, he's
But one
got
of the
he's got
videos.
like the ultimate fighter, but for surfing now.
Yeah.
He might sunburn. I think he's got like
Yeah,
15 minutes of sun time.
that's like me. Yeah, I get
You have
paid.
to be efficient
We'll
with
put a
it.
rash guard on him. We'll put
Put him in the bodysuit.
Yeah.
How has how's it been helping Tracy with her entire like cornering her? Saw you in the corner last fight. That was awesome. That was one of the better moments of the
Yeah, it was
year.
great.
Yeah. It's awesome when the fighting couples come together, corner each other, and then especially after a win.
It was interesting. It was because at first I didn't know my place, right?
Mm.
It was like I'm stepping into there, and she has her coaches. You know, she has her coach Santino, and she has Eddie Chaw, and you know, she has her wrestling coach Angel, and usually it's her brother in her corner too. You know, so it's like I just came in there like, yo, I'm gonna do my best to be the best version of whatever you need for this camp. And I walked in there, and it was like first it was just very observant. I was just looking, and then I could see her frustrations in some departments and this and that. I go, all right, cool, and just kind of collect that data. And then after like about 3, 4, 5, maybe like a week or so, I want to say like a week tops, it was when I was like, all right, I think I found my niche here. Like, yo, come over here. Like, I got this. All right, cool. Let me do this. Let me talk to these people. Let me do like, I found how to make myself useful.
Yeah, that photo you guys like collabed on Instagram is awesome. Was that during the training camp?
Which one?
The one where you guys like collabed? I think you guys were both are like you both had it on your Instagrams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Was that during the training camp?
Which one?
There's probably a bunch, yeah.
let me see.
Do you guys get more nervous for each other's fights than your own? Yeah.
This
that
one?
makes sense.
No, this one.
No, I'll get it.
No, you're tripping, bro.
No. We get it. It's a good photo.
That one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, this one.
Oh, that was when I was training.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is an awesome photo.
Those are cool pictures.
If anyone's looking for it, it's February 28th.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that day. She pissed me off, so I wanted to fucking sock her in the face, you know? We had an argument about something that obviously we never remember. And I was like, come over here, mama.
Who braids your hair before the fights?
I have this girl named Twisted Creations
Ooh.
that from Fresno.
Okay.
Who always done them. And
She commented?
this is the first time I'm not gonna have her.
Oh, man,
wow.
you just realized it, didn't you?
Yeah,
Damn. Who's doing it this time?
I have no idea. So if you're a braider,
I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a braider, there's definitely
Yeah, New York
braiders.
City, they got-
New York
they got one
City-
for
New
sure.
York City that
Yeah,
you know
we probably
for
got
sure.
someone here if you want to do it
Sure,
early.
yeah.
And you guys are down to like come to the room at like certain weird hours. Like, hey man, just I don't know.
This might be a dumb
Fuck.
question. Does it hurt when they pull your hair that tight to braid it?
Nah, man, it's fucking therapeutic, dude. Actually,
Ah.
yeah.
I mean, it can't be worse than getting punched in the face.
Fact.
No, I'm telling you, man. There's something like.
Like
Not like
about it?
kinky shit, you know, but like when they pull your hair, you know, like when they pull your hair very lightly, but for a while.
It's like a scalp massage or
yeah,
something.
it's
Yeah.
always
that
some
thing that
stress
they
and
do,
shit.
like,
Yeah.
I'm always fucking thinking too much too, so it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah. It's a little
Fucking
break.
pull my hair.
Nah, it's funny.
Yeah, like that.
This is a question that I ask a lot of fighters. What's the worst body shot you've ever been hit with?
Body shot worse.
Because that looks like my worst fear, like getting the wind knocked out of me with a body shot or something.
That's an interesting one. Whose body shot me hard before? I don't know, dude. I've been hit with some solid body shots,
Mhm.
and I'm thinking for a fact I know like 2-3 times in my life I've been dropped by them. I just don't remember when.
Is that a strange feeling, getting dropped by a body shot, like just your body shutting off like that?
Want to feel it?
No, no, God, no.
He got kicked in the leg already by Molly Meatball.
Yeah, Meatball hit
He
me with
took
a
a
leg
leg
kick,
kick.
and for like 6 weeks, my knee was just
No
destroyed.
shit.
You want to see the leg kick? I'll pull it up. She went hard on me.
fucked
Like,
you up?
Yeah,
She
she
wasn't
wasn't fucking
soccer
around.
kicked him. She used to play for
check
Everton.
this out.
Oh, she fucked you up.
Yeah.
Damn, she fucked him up, dude.
Gotta get out there more.
You might have to go back. See Meatball on one of the thumbnails on the reels.
She fucked you up.
For weeks, I would just wake up, my knee was just destroyed.
Yeah, we
I
go.
think
We
this is a different gallery.
Let me
You
see.
don't have any pants on.
Here. Oh my God, there's so many here.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
You see that?
You hear the ooze in the room.
Yeah.
She ran up to it like it was a soccer kick. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought she was going to hit me in the thigh.
Hell no.
She went right for the knee.
Right
Yeah,
above
it was
the knee.
crazy.
She went straight to
Oh,
drop your ass.
it hurt so bad for so long. Yeah. Now I
How
watch
cool-
fights and I
how,
cringe.
How cool did you play it off, or did you just not give a fuck?
I don't
He
know.
went down.
I
He
went
was
down.
hurting.
You went down.
I went
He was
Yeah.
he was limping around the office for like a week.
Yeah, it was. I didn't play it off cool. I mean, look, you think I played it off cool? Come on. Now when I watch fights and I see a leg kick, I'm like, oh my God, I cringe. Do you not feel those till afterwards, or do you feel everyone in the cage?
No, you feel it, man. You feel them to a certain degree. Adrenaline is an amazing fucking thing. Adrenaline is fucking dope.
We were just at PFL and we
And
saw
it's
someone get
not,
hit.
Yeah, it's not till the fight's over and then you're like, damn, I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah, I was
just saw
with
someone
Chris
at
Wade,
PFL. Yeah.
It's
And-
usually for me, it's like the fight's over and I look down and I'm like, oh, I feel everything. Like there's times I broken my hand, both hands, and you don't even have no idea. So
That's
you're like,
crazy.
what's going on? You're like, oh, what the fuck? Why is it
Oh, you've
hurt?
broken your hands and not even known?
Yeah, like this.
Well, Brooke said that. He
This
was-
broke
Yeah,
in
true.
half and then it dislocated and this got fractured. And I didn't feel none of it. Not till that
Shit.
fight. The fight was over and I looked down like, fuck, why are both of my hands throbbing?
You got to get surgery like immediately, like the next
you see
day?
things right there, like the pins and the marks. You hope you don't have to get surgery, but
Yeah.
I mean, I've been under the knife a couple times. But that's just the styles of my fights. I'm a do or die person.
I was like, you had like 5 or 6 fight the nights, at least, right? Probably
I have
around
a
that.
couple, yeah. A
Yeah.
couple double ones too, yeah.
You got a favorite?
No, 50K is 50K.
That's fair. Do you have a favorite win overall of your career? Like one that felt the most satisfying at the time?
Yeah. The Tavares fight. When
Oh,
I,
yeah.
When I was young, I was 23 years old. I took the fight on like 2 weeks' notice. I was somewhere on the East Coast. And I just started training because I was teaching cops with Hannah Gracie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing like a law enforcement, like GST course. And they're like, hey, man, fight in 2 weeks. I'm like, fuck, all right. Started like training with the cops.
Wow.
No, literally, like, I scrolled
They
down.
were your sparring partners?
Yeah, I scrolled down through his Instagram last time because we're looking for a wasabi challenge video. And I was just like, damn, this motherfucker, like, he's been showing me love for a long time. You know, something you don't realize.
Yeah.
It was me shadowboxing after going with a bunch of cops and this and that. And it was cool because literally I would teach 8 hours. Then I would train for 2 hours.
Damn.
And I would go to the hotel and I would eat and I would run and do things in the parking lot. And then after that, it was Friday. Then it was like fly back to the house, pack everything up, and then leave on a Tuesday. And then I was in New Orleans. And I was broke, used that money to pay for, like, I used the GST money that I got to pay like my rent and everything, support my kids, and then shit, I had no money after that. And I was like, well, here I come going to a UFC fight. I was like, broke as shit. And I walk in and it's like, all right, cool. This guy's a veteran. He's had 15 fights in the UFC. I'm 15-2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so at that time I was probably like 7-0 or something. And I was like, damn, fucking guy's yacked up. Buff as fuck. 3rd degree black belt, wrestler, Phuket Muay Thai. And I'm just like, I was just training with some cops.
Some Rocky shit, like some real underdog, yeah.
And to me, that was the biggest one, man, because it was like they threw me in there to basically get killed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they gave this guy, because I remember, like, even at the weigh-ins, we're about to walk out, and he goes, hey, man, like, thank you for taking this. Almost like, thank you for being a fucking idiot you know?
Yeah, appreciate you stepping
up. And then
for
everyone
me.
was like, yeah, not a lot of fighters ever took this fight against him on 2 weeks' notice. Like, and I'm like, am I that fucking stupid? Like, but like, and sure enough, man, we had a war, man. This guy put, like, it was a war. If you haven't watched that fight of mine with him, it's for sure, like, it's a classic, man. Like, to me, that's a classic. It's everything an MMA fight has, like top, bottom, like takedowns. The guy from the bottom beating the guy on top. It was just a lot of blood. Like I cut him open. It was insane. And then the 3rd round, it was like, bro, you're fucking him up from the bottom, but you might be losing on the scorecards. But everyone was confused. I split his head open like twice, to the point where like I was drinking his blood. Like, it was crazy. And in the 3rd round, I finished him and I like TKO'd him. And damn, it took everything out of me. Like, there's a fight that, like, I know you guys see me leave it all in there, but like that one, I left it all in there.
Yeah.
Like I won, and then like I put my hands up, and then it's just like, dude, I just dropped. Literally, I just fell. And like, yo, you okay? I was like, bro, like, all my energy's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm done.
That's crazy. Do you remember having a moment after that fight where Dana like was like, dude,
No.
you've arrived? Like, holy shit.
Yeah, they called me in to do a press conference, and I was like, bro, I'm not even on the main card. Like, I was like a prelim. So I was like, okay, like they want me to talk. All right, hell yeah. And then they presented me with the bonus, and then I was just like, wow. And to me, I really needed that, man, because I was gonna quit if I lost that fight.
Wow. That's nuts.
Yeah. I was just at the point in my life where I wasn't making money, you know, and I tried to buy some Jordans. I couldn't afford them. I had $75 to my name the day of the fight. And I'm like, bro, I have 2 fucking kids. Like, I can't. What the fuck am I doing? And that night, it went from, like I said, daytime, $75, nighttime, $75K.
Damn. Wow. That's crazy.
Was just like, thank you, God. Like,
I feel like if they ever make a movie out of the Brian Ortega story, that might be like,
that's like a pivotal, like a
it's
pivotal
like such a perfect scene. Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, like I fucking downloaded the app just so I could look at the
money.
Yeah.
And they send that right away?
They're like 2-3 days later or something. Like, they just wired it.
Yeah.
So like by the time I got back to the house, I was like, fuck, I got this much. And then it's like, I was like, hey, Dad, like, my mentality was like, I'm not poor anymore.
Yeah.
But really I was still, but still, it was like
a different feeling.
Yeah, it was a different feeling, man.
You feel like you got a future in front of you too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, to me, it was like, bro, like, I get to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Like now, I get to keep doing this because I was gonna quit because I do make great money teaching seminars and teaching jiu-jitsu. Like I make great money there, and so to keep doing another like if there's like my first loves is like fighting and then teaching jiu-jitsu. So like to me either or, but obviously fighting's like number one. So I got to keep motivated and had money to keep pursuing my dream, you know.
Do you talk to other guys or girls that are that have been in similar spots, or
No, man.
not really? Yeah.
No, not like I probably told the story maybe 2-3 times, you know,
Yeah.
and mostly I told them to like family members or people, but yeah, like you guys asked me right now, and like that's like I remember like damn, it's a fucking dope moment in my life.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about loving jujitsu, teaching jujitsu. Is that something you see yourself doing after fighting? Like you think you'll always teach jujitsu?
Yeah. That's I love it, man. I love empowering people. You take people who lack confidence in the world, who maybe had traumas, been bullied, been this, low self-esteem, whatever it might be, and then you put them like 60 of them in a room, and you start teaching them, and then within like 6 months period, you meet someone who's intimate and shy or this, and then you just see them come out their shell, and then you see all these people, hey man, I've been losing weight just coming here, and I've been doing this, and next you know, within a year spans, like you're giving these people all their blue belts, and they all came out of their shell, like they evolved into another human being because now they can walk with their head high.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people don't realize that to walk in this earth, you need a lot of confidence, you know, and a lot of people don't talk about it because they don't have it. They're not going to tell you that, hey man, like when I go somewhere, like, fuck, you know, like I do feel like less of a man, or I do feel like this, or I don't feel like I meet the standards of society's rules or whatever it is. And then when you empower these people and you teach them and you show them and you give them that fucking, like, that confidence, and you just watch them glow, and then they come back to you like, yo, man, I went to the bar and I walked around. I was like, you're like, good shit, man. Like, try not to drink too much.
Yeah.
But good shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, man. You know, and then you see that with 60 people, and then you go to women's and to kids, and it's just the people will always need confidence. People will always need, you know, like self-defense is an amazing thing to learn, you know, not to fight, but just to learn, just to be able to be, hey man, like if I was in a situation, I can take care of myself, or I can survive. And the ability to have that, I think, is key in life.
Makes me want to.
Oh, so you should just
take a
cut that and
jiu-jitsu
like
class
promote
right now.
jiu-jitsu.
I know, yeah.
Like literally just that little what
I
you
want to
just
walk
said.
down the block and
I
take
was
a
thinking the
class.
same thing. I was like, shit.
So would you see yourself opening your own gym?
I've always wanted to. I know how to run a gym. I know I've learned through Henner.
Yeah, you've been around enough.
I was side by side with Henner when the gym was from. I have a photo actually. It was like 15 students to now over 1,000. You know.
Wow.
And I've been like next to him this entire journey, and just watching him go through his trials and errors and everything, and just watching him just kind of vent sometimes, and I just learned a lot, you know. And I was for one good period of my life, I was helping him run the show, you know, before I went fully into MMA.
That's awesome. I mean, the T-City gym would be like sick.
Yeah.
Surfboards on the wall and everything like that. Come on, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We'll come and take the first class.
Who knows?
Yeah, that would be good.
Oh, so
Jiu-jitsu gyms are also so welcoming. Like I've only been in a couple in my life, only taken a few classes in my life, but every time, like everyone there's so nice, so welcoming, so like willing to help. So that's also like, if you're out there watching, go to a jiu-jitsu gym. Like it's nothing to be intimidated by.
Yeah, it's a good vibe. A lot of them are competition gyms, and it just depends on what you're looking for, right? If you're a stud and you want to compete and go in there, competition gyms are the best. Self-defense gyms are the ones where you take people like everything what I just said. You take those kind of people because they don't need to be going hard and competing.
Yeah.
You know, they don't need to be trying to prove something. They're already proving something by just stepping in the gym.
Yeah.
So it's a different process depending on who it is.
Honestly, I want to ask you a little bit about your jiu-jitsu, kind of like just in the cage. Like, I noticed when I watch your fights, you're very like opportunistic. Like, you're not one of these guys. Like, obviously, you're a great jiu-jitsu specialist, but you're not one of these guys that's like going to your back, looking like pull guard all the time. I notice you very like it's like you see something and you like attack. Like the Volkanovski fight was like that. Like the Cub Swanson was kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that like you watching tape, like, and you see like an opening and then you see it like in the fight, or is it like you just have like the instinct, like you just obviously you're so like well versed in that you just like see that second, you just like grab it? Like, what's like the like how does that work with you like inside
to
the
me
cage?
is I don't know, and I'm where you watch my fights, my face is calm, I'm composed, right? Cool, calm, and collective. And the reason why I fight that way is because windows will present themselves during the fight. And if you can't see the window because you're in the chaos, because it is chaotic in there, you're fighting, another man's trying to fucking kill you. But if you don't have a certain level of calmness to you, you won't be able to seize that opportunity. And if you don't seize these opportunities, the fight will eventually go to decision. And decisions always play out differently no matter where you go. Some people win, some people lose. It's just decisions are where you're like, damn, like you don't ever want to go there, right? Unless you have a full on like 49, like you could tell you just won every single round. So to me, it's like I don't want to ever go to the scorecards. I'm not a good point scorer when it comes to fighting, right? Like I just go to kill. So my thing is when I'm in there, any opportunity that presents itself, I have to make sure that I'm aware of it, I'm present, and that I can seize it. And if it takes, like with the Volk fight, just boom, catching a kick, dropping you, and then snapping your neck, that's what I'm going to do, Obviously, there's windows of knockouts and everything, and I've had some in my career, but I don't know, based off my life's work, it's been to choke people out or submit them,
Yeah.
Is that a better feeling than?
They're both great feelings. Yeah, they're both great feelings. Anytime you finish anyone, it's anytime you win a fight, it's a great feeling. To go in there and have, like I said, there's 20,000 people there. There's everyone watching around the world, and you've been training for this guy, and you've been prepping for this guy, and here's him as well, and it's a fucking, where I'm at right now, the top 3, it's like nothing but killers, I've had nothing but killers since 2017, you know? So to do it against high level athletes and competitors, it's a great feeling. It lets you know where you are on the totem pole.
You got a great opponent this weekend too, Yair Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Any beef with him, or are you guys cool?
No beef at all, man. Like, super cool guy. We actually even said, like, man, it's fucking unfortunate that we have to fight each other, bro. Like, I told myself I was not gonna make friends with people that are in my weight class, and I did.
Yeah.
And he was one of them. I don't think I made friends with anyone else actually in my weight class.
Oh wow, so this will be a little different for you.
Yeah, it was him, and then we've hung out in Vegas together, and we done the Mint 400 race, and we took second place.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Like it was super cool.
Yeah.
Fucking flipped the car together, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now like we gotta fucking fuck each other up. So it's like, damn, dog. Like,
so you guys will be cool after this one, though.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. It just sucks, But at the end of the day, I told him, I go, hey man, when this day does come, because because we're like hanging out, but we have this weird tension,
Of course, yeah.
So
I can be you.
And it's like, hey dog, check this out, my boy. Like, truth is, we might fight each other.
Yeah.
Told myself I'm not gonna make friends like you in your weight class, but you Mexican, I'm Mexican. I fuck with you, you fuck with me. If that day comes, like, it's business, and I hope you get paid, dog. Like, that's all it is.
Well, I can't wait.
Yeah, so he came out, I think it was this week, that the UFC basically told him that if he wins, he would get the title shot. Have they said anything like that to you?
No.
I know it's a little different. You've been there before, but you and Vulcan obviously had a great fight. A lot of people thought that was the fight of the year. I'm assuming that's a fight you obviously won again.
Yeah, absolutely. Any loss, any defeat, I want to run it back, right? Yeah, that's the competitive nature in me. Anyone who beat me, and there's the only 2 champs, Max at his prime and Volk on his prime.
Yeah.
So I've had to fight the best at the best in their times, you know. So I gotta just get out there and, you know, make a statement and see what happens, you know. With the politics, who knows? You know, I know Max and Volk fought 3 times. Me and Volk only fought once. And this is not to throw shade or nothing, but I do believe that the fans know that when I fight Volk versus the 3 times, everyone's speaking about the one time I fought Volk versus the 3 times that Max fought him, you know. I think it goes to say that it just shows the level of danger I put that man in.
Sure.
And now it's just all about adjustments, you know. Can he adjust himself to get better than he was when he beat me, or can I get all the adjustments to make sure he doesn't slip out this time? So we'll see. And with Max, you know, it's another thing, you know, like he's now where we're at, you know. The belt's no longer in reach within it unless you do something crazy, you know.
Yeah.
So we're all at a standstill right now, you know. You have a couple guys climbing up.
Do you feel disrespected when Volk says, like, after the fight's like 145, step it up?
I mean, he's not lying. You know, I can't get, oh, what the, you know?
Yeah.
He's not lying. He took out all top 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Took out the top 5.
You had him in the most dangerous position, though, without a doubt.
For sure.
No,
Yeah.
for sure. But nevertheless, I still lost by decision, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's what he means by it. So now he might move up. And then it'll give us some time all to get better or whatever and reassess things that we have to do. And then go in there, you know? In this game, if you don't evolve, you will eventually sink, you know? And the game is to keep evolving.
Do you pay attention to a lot of like the young guys coming up? Like I know like there's like Taporia, like Evlov, like guys like that. Are you like paying attention to like some of the other like younger guys that are like starting to like make their way in top 15 and stuff like that? Or are you not like more just focused on like what you're doing kind of thing?
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't even watch the UFC.
No,
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard other guys.
Interesting,
say that
yeah.
Unless it's like someone I know or the fight's gonna be a banger, you know.
Yeah.
Like, did you watch like the Volkanovski, the Holloway trilogy like the other week?
I did not.
No.
You still haven't seen the fight?
No.
You didn't really miss
Interesting.
anything.
No, but I forgot what we're doing. We're doing something.
She said we're just home watching Netflix.
Netflix
You
is
were
good.
doing
No,
something.
we were
Stranger
trying to
Things?
get
Was
it,
it something
right?
good?
No, weren't we trying to get it?
I said no.
I thought I called my brother over. They come try to get it.
No, Chris is watching it. We're watching
Oh, VHS horror movie?
No, Hey Jess.
Oh, Hey Jess.
No, New Girl.
New Girl.
Oh, New Girl. Yeah,
On
that's a good show.
Netflix.
We're watching New Girl, and Chris came in, and he had the fight. He goes, "Look," and you're like,
Well, that's what happened.
Can we put out the headline? Brian Ortega says New Girl much more entertaining
Yeah,
than the
yeah,
UFC.
No, for sure.
All right, we appreciate you coming
Yeah.
in. We
I love
appreciate the
that show,
time,
man.
and best of luck on Saturday. We'll be there.
Appreciate it, man.
I'll get
Can't wait to see you.
in the broadcast, so we don't say anything salacious off.